6 different delay algorithms, 6 onboard presets, MIDI capabilities, stereo ins and outs, and a tap tempo, all jam-packed into this tiny rig. Huge shout out to Jet Pedals because they always try to jam-pack their pedals with as many features as they can while still being user-friendly and still being a small package. And with my recent HX Stomp pedal board build, I wanted something that could give me those huge ambient delay and reverb tones. And the Eternity absolutely delivers on that. My hope in this video is to give you a detailed understanding of all of the features available on this pedal, and there's a lot of them, as well as give you a great idea of how this pedal sounds, and then that way you can make an educated decision on whether or not this should be on your board. And since I am a Jet affiliate, be sure if you buy this pedal, use the link down in the description. It not only helps support the channel, but you also get 10% off your order as well. And I say all of that, but I also want to let you know that I will still try to remain unbiased and give you my honest feedback and honest opinions about this product and tell you what I do and I don't like. So with all that said, let's take a listen to how this sounds and then we'll talk through the features. And as I mentioned before, Jet does a really incredible job jam-packing these pedals to give you the absolute best bang for your buck. In this case, the Eternity has 6 different delay algorithms: tape, digital, analog, dual, ESD, which is an echo slap doubler, and then a Jet signature delay as well. Each corresponds to its respective color, like you saw before. And then you also have the ability to go in and swap between 3 different modes. The first is going to be your live mode. Then you have your preset mode, and then you have a kill dry mode, which allows you to entirely bypass your dry signal and send a wet signal through the pedal. And if that wasn't enough, you also have the ability to save 6 different presets within the preset mode as well. And there's 127 different presets available if you use MIDI. And if you find that 6 presets is too many, and let's say you only want 3 to load upon startup, you can actually go into the pedal's global settings and remove 3 of those presets. Similarly, if you want the ability to load a default delay algorithm upon startup, you can also adjust this in the global settings. For instance, by default, it always loads on the tape delay, but if you want it to always load on the dual delay, you can make that adjustment in global settings. And I'm hoping you can see not only is this pedal super user-friendly, but it's also really versatile and has a lot of features. Junior does a great job driving value in these pedals and giving you everything that you can in a small enclosure. One other really awesome feature on this pedal is the tap tempo. It's not just an ordinary tap tempo. In this case, it's going to sum the averages of 4 stomps onto the tap tempo, and then it's going to have different colors to indicate the subdivision, and then it's going to correspond to the downbeat of the tap tempo as well. That way, when you're playing, it actually looks like the tap tempo is in line with the song, and it's not showing you the subdivision instead. I cannot emphasize how annoying this is when you're playing a song and it looks like the tap tempo is out of rhythm with the downbeat of the song. You won't have that problem with the Eternity. Now lastly, the onboard knobs are going to be the mix and the repeat knob, which are just quite simply your volume and your feedback. How loud is the delay, and then how many repeats do you get on the back end. You're going to have the ability to toggle between a quarter note, a dotted eighth, and an eighth note delay. And then you have a filter and a control 1 knob, which is going to do different things depending on the mode that you're in. Filter is going to add or remove higher frequencies to your delay. In this case, if you want to dampen the sound of your delay, you're going to take that filter and you're going to turn it clockwise. If you go counterclockwise, it's going to add a brighter sounding delay on the back end. And lastly, believe it or not, there's actually more options available on this pedal, and Junior already made a super in-depth video that you can check out right here that showcase all of those features. If you do have any questions, be sure to comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I would absolutely love if you joined us in your guitar playing journey. And now I want to talk about what I do and I don't love about this pedal. First and foremost, I've already mentioned it several times, but I always love a pedal that feels like you get a lot of bang for your buck. In this case, the Eternity has a ton of features jam-packed into a small enclosure. However, I think that comes as a double-edged sword. And this brings me to really my only big dislike with this pedal, and that is the color coordination with the different delay algorithms. In one sense, I think the colors look really freaking sweet, and I love how simple the front of the face on the pedal is. But I personally would prefer something a little bit more dummy proof that is going to help prevent those situations where if I'm ever needing to change something on the fly, or if I'm in a live situation, I don't have to try and think and be like, oh wait, what delay am I in? What color relates back to what? In this case, honestly, a lot of that is alleviated just simply by having presets. But also, I say that and I was able to remember and relate the colors pretty quickly after just playing with the pedal for 30 minutes. One other thing that I really like, and I've not seen on other pedals, is the ability to recall your saved settings, but if you make an adjustment, the color of the LED actually changes and dims if you move away from your pre-saved option, or goes back to fully lit if you go back to how you originally had it. I think this is sweet because if you do want to tinker with something but you want to go back to what you originally had, you easily can. And I know I've talked a lot about the features of the actual pedal, but I think as far as tones, this thing sounds fantastic. I was really skeptical, and I actually A/B'd and compared this to the delays inside of the HX Stop, which Line 6 has fantastic reverbs and delays. In this case, I was super impressed and really pleased with how the Eternity sounded. I was even skeptical of the ESD and the Jet Signature option, and I really ended up enjoying the Jet Signature delay as well. One other thing that I really appreciate is just the warmth in the sound of the analog algorithm as well. One of my very first pedals was the MXR Carbon Copy, and I absolutely loved the way that thing sounded. And in this case, I think the Eternity handles that sound really well. And the only thing I wish it could do is that really cool oscillation effect that you can get with an analog pedal as well. But I'm just being picky now. All in all, I'm super thankful for this pedal, and I really love how it pairs with the rest of my board, especially in a praise and worship setting. And if you haven't seen my other videos about my pedal board build, check those out right here, and I will see you next time.